She continued, however, Brother Gu, you should also be cautious. The assassin just said that you are also their target. Gu Chang'e said slyly, oh, the heir of demonic arts also wants to kill me? The elder of the Chongqing Wang family lowered his head in gratitude. Thankfully, young Master Gu discovered and saved the young lady in time. If not, the consequences would have been unimaginable. Wang Zichen also responded, we indeed have to thank Brother Gu for this matter. Gu Chang'e politely replied, it is my responsibility. After all, this incident happened in our Gu family. If the thieves succeeded and word got out, our family would lose all face. The elder of the Chongqing Wang family added, by the way, when we fought with that guy earlier, we could sense the aura of Tianhuang Mountain on him. Another elder of the Chongqing Wang family, a bald man with braided whiskers, also said, yes, it was very obvious. Wang Zichen silently speculated, Tianhuang Mountain? A woman beside him exclaimed, how is that possible? Tianhuang Mountain has always claimed to be a righteous sect. The man also panicked, yes, could it have been an illusion? Gu Chang'e, with a serious expression, said, to be honest, I sensed it too. Also, the assassin's combat style is very similar to Yi Langshan's. I've fought with him before. And it seems these two have the same origin. Chang'e, but with Yi Langshan's cultivation, he definitely couldn't be the master, Gu Chang'e confirmed. After all, no ordinary person or ordinary force can command a great sage cultivator. A pair of men and women were discussing, could the heir of the demonic arts really be from Tianhuang Mountain? That's terrifying. If Tianhuang Mountain is the mastermind. But Gu Chang'e raised his hand to stop them, saying, we shouldn't jump to conclusions. The whole situation is too coincidental. If the assassin truly is the heir of demonic arts, he shouldn't have exposed the aura of Tianhuang Mountain. This point resonated with those around. Someone questioned, could it be that the assassin is intentionally framing Tianhuang Mountain? Gu Chang'e looked at Wang Zichen and said, regarding this matter, the relevant person is Miss Zichen. What do you think? He secretly felt pleased, thinking, haha. People who cross over usually think highly of themselves. They love when everyone is sleepy while they stay alert. Wang Zichen stood in the crowd, looking confused, and with her white, tender bare feet, she said, the attacker was indeed the heir of demonic arts, and he did have the original aura of Tianhuang Mountain. Tianhuang Mountain has always considered itself a righteous sect. When the assassin's aura appeared, everyone instinctively thought it was a frame-up. Wang Zichen crossed her arms and speculated, but this might be the biggest issue. If everyone thinks Tianhuang Mountain has been framed and starts searching for other suspects, wouldn't that conveniently let the assassin, who planned this trap, slip through? The red-haired man immediately raised an opinion, the assassin should be more inclined to hide his aura. This way, no one would notice Tianhuang Mountain. According to Miss Zichen's analysis, this wouldn't be to attract the attention of all the righteous sects, it would be like walking into a trap. Wang Zichen shared her view, and Leng and Widow mentally gave a thumbs up, now everyone knows that there's more than one heir of the demonic arts. Their actions are becoming more frequent. So it's hard not to draw attention. If they are going to expose themselves sooner or later, why not pretend to be a victim first? This way, they can escape the chase, this logic. Everyone should understand. The elder of the Chongqing Wang family stroked his beard and pondered, Gus Maze is full of both true and false, virtual and real. He truly lives up to the brains of the human race temple's holy maiden. We never even considered this possibility. Wang Zichen asked, Brother Gu, what do you think? But across from them, Gu Chang'e kept covering his mouth, suppressing a smile. This made Wang Zichen ask, Brother Gu? After regaining his composure, Gu Chang'e replied, ah, indeed, Miss Zichen is very smart. Listening to your analysis, I suddenly feel enlightened. After all, the suspect from Tianhuang Mountain won't escape. Yi Langtian made a suggestion, actually, at today's birthday banquet, I heard that the Prince of Tianhuang Mountain has already come out of seclusion. Someone discussed, what? How is that possible? The Prince of Tianhuang Mountain has already made a move so early? I've always respected Tianhuang Mountain, I didn't expect them to. Gu Chang'e, among them, kept mentally giving a thumbs up, admiring everyone's reasoning ability. Everyone was discussing, once the heir of demonic arts appears, it will cause great chaos in the world. Now the biggest suspect is Tianhuang Mountain, this huge force. How should we respond? Chang'e, don't panic. The righteous side has the descendants of the human race temple, and the young Master Gu, with true immortal qualifications. Under their leadership. What do we fear from the heir of demonic arts? Even so, Tianhuang Mountain is not an ordinary force, and they are already in a hurry. A notification appeared on the toolbar. The essence of the strong one, who took over a mortal's body, has been depleted, gaining 3,000 points of fortune and 15,000 points of destiny. Gu Changge, sitting with his hand on his forehead, pretended to have a headache, but he couldn't help but smile and say, "Indeed, it's really worrying." The scene shifted to Tianhuang Mountain. On the high ground, the false prince was walking back and forth in anger, even smashing a teapot. "Changge, how infuriating. I've already come out of seclusion. How did you, rise to prominence overnight? What does the heir of demonic arts have to do with me?" His subordinates were still kneeling below, waiting for instructions. Then he shouted loudly, "Get down here and continue your investigation." Outside the door, Deng Yu was walking slowly toward them. Inside the room, the fake prince was becoming increasingly anxious, almost going mad. Why don't I have any memory at all? Could it be true? Is there really a connection between Tianhuang Mountain and the heir of the devil's cultivation? Changge, this is an eternal enemy, recognized by heaven and earth. Even with the support of Tianhuang Mountain, I cannot get involved. He shouted toward the sky. Damn it, heaven. If you're letting me enjoy myself, why do you have to make me suffer like this? Knowing that the Tianhuang prince would end up like this, it would have been better for the horse to eat grass in peace. Deng Yu stood outside the door and doubted, what? Let the horse eat grass? Why has my brother been saying such strange things lately? This made the fake prince break out in a cold sweat. Not good. Are the rumors Deng Yu mentioned really true? The fake prince sat on the dragon throne, thinking, I must not panic now, I must not retreat, and I must not admit anything. So, he said, what do you think outside, sister? Deng Yu also said seriously, I trust my brother, but rumors cannot be ignored. So, the best course of action is to stop them. The rumors all came from the Qi family's Chongqing branch. I will go meet Qi Changge to clear my name. With his influence, he can turn the situation around. The fake prince pretended to be unconcerned and said, if you can solve it, then I'll worry less. He revealed a vicious expression and said, Qi Changge, saintess of the human race temple, how dare you put me in danger with just a few words? I won't forget this. Just wait. The scene shifted to the front of the Qi family Chongqing Hall, where Wang Zichen was about to leave. She said, Brother Qi, take care. They are also watching you. Qi Changge waved to bid her farewell, responding, thank you for the reminder, Miss Zichen. I wish you a safe journey. Qi Changge communicated silently with his subordinate beside him, go, keep an eye on her movements, don't let her notice. The subordinate responded, yes, young master. Qi Changge thought to himself, Ming Kong, this person has been rushing around early this morning, she must be going to the human race for reincarnation. But this kind of person is not easy to deal with. She might suffer. It seems I need to make some preparations in advance. Wanmi walked up to Qi Changge and asked, Master, you were right. Tianhuang Mountain has indeed sent someone to our family to investigate information about Qi Fan. Qi Changge revealed a knowing expression and said, they want to silence him. Unfortunately, they don't know that the mistake has already been made by me. He then turned to leave, leaving behind a sentence, it's getting late, I must return to the sect. You proceed as planned. Tell the Tianhuang prince, after attending the Qi family banquet. Qi Fan suddenly went mad for some unknown reason. Our male lead secretly thought with satisfaction, this way, he'll understand that his greatest unknown secret is now in my hands. In front of everyone, the subordinates shouted, young Master Changge has arrived. The Nirvana pool has finally opened. Someone said, young Master Changge and Miss Xianni are both here. Someone else discussed, of course, they are the Qi family's geniuses. At the Nirvana pool in the sect, every generation of the Qi family can send 5 people here to comprehend the ancestors' teachings, break the bloodline shackles, improve their cultivation, and master divine abilities. As Qi Changge was explaining, Xianni crossed her arms and casually said, I know, no need for you to say. Qi Changge was almost driven mad by this little girl. The grand elders shouted loudly, everyone is here, come enter the Nirvana pool with us. a majestic door opened. Inside was a mysterious space filled with spiritual energy. Everyone entered the grand door, marveling, wow, the aura is rich and mysterious, this is indeed the Nirvana pool. Chichanga secretly speculated, there are rumors that the Nirvana pool can glimpse into future lives, I wonder if it's true. Xianni thought excitedly, if I can successfully undergo Nirvana and enhance my cultivation, maybe I can defeat Chichanga. But Chichanga beside her patted Xianni on the head and said, you're overthinking it. Xianni angrily retorted, huh? How do you know what I'm thinking? Do you have mind-reading abilities? Chichanga replied, with your big head, do you still need mind-reading? The Grand Elder shouted, alright, stop delaying, enter the pool. Then, everyone jumped into the pool and exclaimed, so comfortable. Immediately, the former fairy realized, and the cool water around her also surprised her. The old elder happily said, the fairy is truly gifted, she responded so quickly. Another Grand Elder beside him frowned and pondered, Guchanga, his talent is too powerful. But we still don't know exactly what it is. I wonder if it will be exposed this time. The head of the Gu family said dangerously from behind, let's retreat, we must not disturb the children. This surprised the Grand Elders, who then agreed to leave. The head of the Gu family secretly worried, I don't know whether the Nirvana pool will be a blessing or a curse for you, but the innate demon heart must not be exposed. In the pool, red light surrounded Guchanga on all sides. After the gate of the temple was closed, in the Nirvana pool, 5 people formed a star-shaped formation to cultivate together. Cool water and golden light surrounded them. Guchanga was in this peaceful space. Although he didn't smoke, our male lead secretly thought, although the Nirvana pool has quite an effect, at most it will only push my current cultivation to the mid-saint level. The Dao bone inside Guchanga kept emitting light. Suddenly, green, orange, and mysterious purple lights flowed through the space. Guchanga felt uneasy. But the demon heart inside him seemed foolish, although this won't affect me, the feeling from the 8 desolations demon strike feels like I've encountered it before. At the same time, Guchanga's heart kept beating violently, and this tense feeling made him terrified. Deep purple light radiated from his eyes. In front of him, a whole new world filled with demons and ghosts appeared, with groups of ghostly energy filling the sky. The 8 desolations demon strike grew even larger. Standing on top of the mountain, a silver-haired, handsome man stood there unhurriedly. When Guchanga saw the man's face, he was shocked and thought, the demon lord? The Nirvana pool can illuminate past lives, and my past life must have been a transmigrator. Could it be? As if realizing something, after understanding his past life's identity, Guchanga opened his eyes and looked at his palm. The pure power light was gradually shattering. He thought, it seems the goal of entering the Nirvana pool has been achieved. As for the benefits of the demon heart, I can only gradually benefit from it in the future. Next, when he looked at Gu Fairy, Guchanga secretly regretted, Fairy, don't blame me. The other 3 were still cultivating when they suddenly felt a strong demonic aura appear, making them very worried. They all shouted, what's happening? The woman looked at Guchanga and was shocked, Changa young master. The man beside her also shouted, young master, you. Another person responded, Guchanga, what are you doing? Has the young master lost control? Has something gone wrong with the cultivation? On the opposite side, one of the Guchanga figures had already transformed into his demonic form, releasing powerful energy, a sinister smile appearing at the corner of his mouth. The remaining 3, except for Gu Fairy, anxiously said, what do we do now? The momentum is too strong, we probably can't handle it. Should we report it to the elders? The person standing outside, ready to act, said dismissively, what are you afraid of? If he loses control and becomes demonized, we just need to wake him up. This person seemed completely unafraid of danger, prepared to set fire to the house. Last time, when the position of family head was contested, I wasn't in the clan. And he took advantage. This time. But before he could finish speaking, the demonic energy flew toward him. Guchanga pointed and shouted. The 2 people beside him hadn't reacted in time. The person who had pretended to be a hero immediately spat blood, crashing into the wall and dying silently. Guchanga stood behind the remaining 2, dangerously saying, it's your turn, right? The man and woman hadn't reacted yet, frozen in place, stuttering, Gu young master, we. Then, the two immediately collapsed, each with a massive bump appearing on their heads. Guchanga tossed the three of them in front of the temple gate, his entire body exuding intense demonic energy. Gu Fairy stood up, stunned, and exclaimed, Guchanga. When he turned around, Gu Fairy stepped back in fear. Is it the demonic brother? She thought in horror. When I dug out my Dao bone as a child, his expression was the same as now. Could it be related to the secret from back then? Guchanga was just like this. When Guchanga charged toward Gu Fairy, she immediately reacted and dodged to the side, but unfortunately, she dodged too quickly. She crashed directly into the marble wall behind her, and Gu Fairy could hear the crackling sound of her Dao bone. Gu Fairy thought in terror, no mercy at all, blood even seeped from the corner of her mouth. Filled with demonic energy, Guchanga slowly walked toward Gu Fairy and said indifferently, the second piece of Nirvana heavenly bone, I spared your life earlier. You nearly became a disaster, but I didn't expect you to bring joy to Wei brother. He said it was something he dug up, and now you want me to act? Gu Fairy immediately pressed her palms together and shouted, Heavenly artifact, Heaven's net dispersal. A very strong defensive umbrella appeared in front of her. However, several simple chains of demonic energy pierced through the umbrella, and the umbrella shattered in an instant. Gu Fairy thought in fear, what could easily destroy a heavenly artifact? How strong is this person's true power? Guchanga still had a fierce expression, shouting angrily, no need to resist, obediently hand over the fairy bone, and you can die a little easier. On the opposite side, Gu Fairy clasped her hands behind her back and secretly chanted a mantra, thinking, although it's a bit difficult to activate two large treasure pieces continuously. I must use my master's secret treasure now. But Gu Fairy wasn't given the chance. Guchanga sneered, stretching out his hand filled with demonic energy toward Gu Fairy, shouting, still as foolish as before. Suddenly, a formation appeared behind her, pulling her body toward Guchanga's hand. The demonic energy said smugly, after all this time, what tricks do you have left? Doesn't Wei brother understand? Then, Gu Fairy's hands were sealed and she couldn't move. Desperately, she thought, powerful, cold, unstoppable. Am I really going to die at Guchanga's hands today? Changa, no wonder he wanted me to cultivate so well, so one day I could become strong enough to defeat him. Changa, it turns out everything he did before was for today. She closed her eyes in despair, giving herself a chance for survival while he was controlled by demonic energy. It's a pity I still. Guchanga calmly said, I'm very pleased to accept your Dao bone. Gu Fairy showed a sarcastic smile and mocked, if you like it, take it. Suddenly, Guchanga's eyes and pupils instantly enlarged. He tightly gripped his left hand holding Gu Fairy's hand and shouted angrily, get out now. Gu Fairy was released, and Guchanga flicked her away, leaving her shocked and frozen, not knowing what had just happened. Guchanga brother, what's happening? Guchanga stood on the surface of the water, anxiously shouting, don't come near. Two different colored eyes appeared again on Guchanga's face. He clenched his teeth in pain, I can't hurt the fairy. Watching everything unfold. Tears filled Gu Fairy's eyes as she faced him. Guchanga continued to emit strong demonic energy. She shouted, Guchanga brother, wake up. What's happening? Guchanga shouted angrily, stop. She stood frozen, not knowing what to say. Guchanga was surrounded by demonic energy, gripping his left hand tightly with his right, urgently and fearfully shouting, don't come near. Don't get close to me. On the opposite side, Gu Fairy was moved to tears, anxiously asking, what should I do? How can I help you now? Upon hearing these words, Guchanga shouted loudly and authoritatively, get away. I don't need your help. The further you are, the better. But Gu Fairy stubbornly said, I won't leave. I can help you, don't you want my Dao bone? The fairy bone after Nirvana must be useful. She touched her body, and immediately, her fairy bone emitted a green light. Gu Fairy said, I'll pull it out for you now. But Guchanga rationally shouted loudly, get away. Don't you understand? You're just a useless thing, hurry and leave. I don't want the bone of a useless person. Gu Fairy continued to cry, shouting, stop deceiving yourself. Guchanga, you are just an arrogant madman. Even at this point, you're still so proud, trying to resist alone? Gathering all the demonic energy in his left hand, he sneered, foolish thing, if you want to die, I'll fulfill your wish. At that moment, Guchanga's eyes turned pitch black, and the demonic energy in his eyes flickered with an extremely